What is going on, beautiful human beings? I want to talk about deadlift progression. Understand the difference between a knee dominant and a hinge dominant exercise, right? A knee dominant exercise would be a squat with shoulder width base, maybe toes pointed out slightly, and then you're squatting straight down. A hinge, which would be your deadlifts, kettlebell swings, right? Romanian deadlifts. Hinge movements start with a slight knee bend, and then you are pushing your butt back, and there's a wall behind you or there's a rope around your waist, and you have to really start the movement by pushing your butt back, keeping that back flat, chest up, and instead of squatting straight down, you are now hinging and pushing your butt away from the bar, and then keeping that bar or kettlebell or dumbbell close to your shins. Powerlifters usually have those high socks, right, that come over their calves, or the people that don't, usually like me, have scars on their shins because the bar is rubbing up against the socks, sort of prevent the scarring from that. But if you don't have the socks, you're going to get probably cut up a little bit. I'd rather have the cuts on the shins than a pain in my lower back because the bar is getting away from my body and my lower back is starting to curve. The best way to fix this is regressing and not starting with a barbell deadlift. So I have clients really try and understand the muscles that we're trying to engage, right? So after foam rolling the lower body out and the back, I want them to band from a pull-up bar, have the hands wide, and a slight bend over, and just pulling, keeping the arms straight so that we have the back engaged, so that our posture is in a good position, right? The back is flat and we're not curved, right? The next is, lying on your back, legs at 90 degrees, and really driving to the heels. You can do one at a time or both, those hip bridges. So you can do single leg or double leg, and that would be your sort of activation directly going into a deadlift. And then to progress that, you could do some heavy kettlebell swings, but again, that's going to come down the line when you're on the barbell deadlifts. So the progression I like is starting with a cable pull through the cable, and it's sort of forcing your butt to actually go back, just like it would be if you had a string around your waist and it was pulling back. That's the movement that you want to actually engage your hamstrings and glutes, and so it's taking stress off your lower back. From there, I like the elevated kettlebell deadlift. So you're just propping the kettlebell on top of 45-pound plates or blocks if you have them, and then again making sure that you're getting that butt back and the back is staying tight. And then as you progress and feel comfortable, start taking the kettlebell closer and closer to the floor, taking out the boxes or the plates that the kettlebell is lifted up on. And then once you feel comfortable with that, the next would be an elevated trap bar deadlift, or you can go right into the trap bar deadlift. So the trap bar deadlift takes away a lot of the mistakes that you can make with a barbell. At this point, you should be pretty comfortable with actually hinging back and not squatting down. From here, I like starting with an elevated barbell deadlift, even before you get down to pulling a bar from the floor on a barbell. Starting with some rack pulls above the knee on a barbell and a squat rack, and just focusing on engaging the back so that the lower back isn't doing the work, right? You're keeping those lats and shoulder blades retracted, and then you are slowly working your way down lower and lower below the knee. Once you feel comfortable with the barbell elevated, work its way down to the floor. And then the hardest part of the deadlift for you is the bottom of the movement. Deficit deadlifts, where you're actually standing on a plate in the middle of the barbell and you're higher up than the bumper plates on the bar on the ground. So this just forces more activation in the glutes and hamstring, make it harder. And then once you transition back over to a normal barbell deadlift, the beginning phase will be a lot easier. If you're struggling with the top part of the movement, you would sort of add in those elevated barbell deadlifts and focus on bar speed and driving up quicker with good form. As you're standing up for the deadlift, right, and your body is coming to normal position, and normal position is just like you're standing. You are overdoing it if your back is behind your hips. Another one is head movement. A lot of times we want to try and look up to the sky where we are aiming to go, right? When standing up, you want to keep that spine neutral and keeping your face looking where your chest is looking, and that's going to keep your spine neutral and deadlifting without lower back pain. So try it out, start at the beginning of the progression, and then work your way down. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day. Kill it in the gym.